You're about to spend thousands of pounds going to Cannes Lions, the flights, the hotel, the badge, the dinners, and the rosé. If you want to do what most people do, you'll come home with sunburn, a hangover, and absolutely nothing to show for it commercially. I've done Cannes the messy way. I've walked into Meta Beach with my daughter's poo dripping down my arm while breastfeeding. It's a true story. I have also done Cannes Lions the strategic way. This video is the strategic way. I'm breaking down exactly how to make Cannes Lions work for you. 7 rules, the biggest mistakes I see every single year, and the one thing that separates people who leave with a pipeline from people who leave with a tote bag. Now, full disclosure, I am working with Cannes Lions this year. I will be hosting a series of supper clubs directly for them with one of my businesses, Next Level. If you're going, I want to know about it, so tell me in the comments below. Right, let's get into the festival. If you're watching this, you are either going and want to get more out of it, or you're trying to work out if it is worth it. So Cannes Lions is brilliant, but the word that I would use is also overwhelming. It can get expensive, it can be really full on. My first time, I definitely got swept up in it all. I took my daughter because I was breastfeeding at the time. I walked into Meta Beach with actual physical human poo dripping down my arm. So first off, what is Cannes Lions? Cannes Lions Festival is the largest global festival for creativity and marketing. It's a disservice to just call Cannes a festival. It's the most centralized room of decision makers in marketing, media, creativity that you will find anywhere in the world. And if you do it right, 1 week can change your entire year. Every June, around 15,000 to 20,000 people descend onto Cannes, and descend is the absolute word for it. We're talking brand leaders, agency founders, creators, athletes, tech platforms, media companies, investors, the people making decisions. This is not a junior networking event. This is for CMOs, founders, head of partnerships, investors, platform leaders, and that is why Cannes Lions matters. It compresses months of networking into 1 week. It all happens at the Palais and around it. We are talking beaches, yachts, villas, side events, breakfasts, supper clubs, which is all very exciting, but again, fucking overwhelming. I've been to Cannes, and yes, the rosé is flowing, the sun is shining, everyone is excited, but it's also hot, busy, overwhelming, logistically just so chaotic. You can spend half of your day just walking between meetings if you do not go with a plan. And then you'll leave thinking, well, that was fun, had a nice wine, but what did I get out of it? The biggest mistake that I see is that people treat Cannes like an event instead of treating it like a commercial opportunity. If you don't decide what you want before you land, you will default to random conversations, events, random outcomes, and random is not the word we want when we're thinking about building businesses. So let's not allow that to happen. And here is what we are going to do. I have got 7 rules for making Cannes actually work. And some of these are really obvious, but I promise you, almost nobody does them. Number 1, know what you really want out of it. Before you even get on that plane, decide what your week is for and be specific. Are you there for new clients, partnerships, visibility, hiring? Pick 1, pick 2, do not pick all 5. This year for me, creator economy and sport are the 2 big themes. You will find me at TikTok HQ at the Carlton and at the Cannes Lions Creator Beach. And of course, executing the shit hot supper clubs that we are building with Next Level. That dictates everything from who I meet to where I go to what I say no to. There is no lack of opportunity when it comes to Cannes Lions, but you need direction. Number 2, Cannes rewards the prepared. This is one of the biggest mistakes people make. They assume they'll figure it out when they get there, and you won't. The best events fill up weeks in advance, beach parties, breakfast, closed door sessions, platform events. They go so quickly. Get RSVPing, use your network, bring LinkedIn into what it's all designed for, and obviously the Cannes Lions app. Also, don't rely on bumping into people. Sure, of course, that obviously happens, but the people who win have meetings locked in before they land. Again, this might seem obvious, but leave a buffer of time. Logistically, this can be such a nightmare. You think something is 10 minutes away, it's 25 minutes away, there's heat, there's crowds, you do bump into someone. Buffer time to save your sanity, and you'll be thanking me for that one when you arrive home. And if you take one thing from this, take a portable charger. Don't be the person that gets caught out with a dead phone, desperately trying to charge it on the Croisette. Number 3, leverage that fringe. The palais matters, but the fringe also matters. Beaches, terraces, dinners, small rooms, this is where people actually talk and are not just performing. The best conversations that I've had at Cannes Lions have happened by chance, by accident, when you're walking down in between talks, so you need to leave space for that, for opportunity, for people you didn't know that you could meet. Number 4, be proactive. No one is coming to find you. Cannes Lions is one of the few environments where everyone is open, which means you don't have to wait. You introduce yourself, you follow up, you make things happen in the moment. If you stand back and wait to be approached, you will leave with nothing, and that will be hugely demotivating and also expensive. Have a way to share your contact details so easily. We're talking old school business cards, bling, digital cards to your wallet. Also, practice your elevator pitch because you will need it, and no one wants to be that bumbling fool when you're asked, so what is it that your business does? Number 5, actually attend the keynotes and awards. You paid for the ticket, so for God's sake, just use it. You know, that might be aiming for 3 talks a day, 1 award show. It's not just for inspiration, but it's for those conversation starters. When everyone is at Cannes, those shared experiences are easy networking wins. I'd also hope you actually learn something. The keynotes are so packed with insight. Number 6, share insights, but do not be boring. Every single person is posting from Cannes, and you obviously should be too. But I beg you, please add some value into the conversation. We want proper insight, trends, conversations, takeaways. If you just post, here I am in Cannes, here I am with a rosé, shit conversation, shit noise, and no one cares. Use Cannes Lions to build your credibility, not just visibility. And last, but by no means least, strategically follow up. This is the one that if you only listen to one thing in this whole video, make it this. This is the bit that actually makes Cannes Lions worth it. And I would say 90% of people get it wrong. They follow up during the week, which is obviously tempting. Everything, and I mean everything, gets buried. No one is checking the inbox while they're sipping rosé, and that's you included. Schedule your follow-ups for when people are back, when they've got a clear head. I would put money on those conversations converting much quicker. Cannes Lions is all about balance, and your first time, you might not get it quite right. I've been there, but have fun, enjoy it, drink the rosé, but drink responsibly, but also be intentional, curious, proactive. This is exactly why I'm hosting supper clubs this year. The best conversations don't happen in crowds, and at Next Level, we know how to curate a shit hot room. I have a strict no dickhead policy in life, so you'll only be with the best in the game. If you're going this year, you can find out all about our supper clubs in the description. I would love to see you there. And if you're not, I can do a little post-Cannes wrap up for you as well. I'll see you at the next one. Cheers.